everybody. Remember the other day when I told you guys that I have another fat stack of some 1952 Topps baseball cards coming in as well? They just didn't come in the time that the other ones came in. Check this out, guys. 35 cards with some Hall of Famers. Yeah, hell yeah. Now, also, this bad boy came in as well. Remember I told you guys I picked up the Bob Feller? Yeah, it took a while. I was stuck over there in Texas for some reason. Not sure what USPS is doing, but it finally arrived. I'm going to share this with you guys. But, you know, whenever I get a stack like this, you know it's priority video. So this is urgent, guys, because I want to put these bad boys in the binder because I'm excited for this set. Now, this puts me at 225 cards. Now, if you want to talk overall set, 407 in total, then I'm about 55% completed with this. Now, since I'm focusing more on the low number series, this puts me at about 72%, which means I need 85 more cards. Otherwise, I would need over 100. And I don't want to do the math for that. But we are focusing on the low number series first. Once we complete that, then I'll start working on the high numbers slowly, just one step at a time. But we're not even there yet. We're not going to think about that yet. So let's focus on this little bad boy first. And let me show you guys the star players and Hall of Famers that I got in here, because there's 4 in total. So come follow me. All right, guys, so there's a nice little fat stack right here of 35 cards. Yes, awesome. If you're wondering what I paid for these cards, well, here's the one that I got for $14. And it seems like these semi-high numbers are up there in pricing, because I do not recall them being this pricey the first time around, and they still just haven't came down. Otherwise, for the most part, you know, $5, $6, $7, you know, for the most part, which is very fair, very affordable. If you want to try to, you know, work on this set, you can. It's just going to cost you about between $7 to $10 per card. If you're lucky, you can find them from the $4 or $5 range, but that's very rare. But here's one for 34, 40, and 23. So we know that these are actually the star players and Hall of Famers right here. So we'll set those aside. We'll take a look at these. But if you're trying to complete the set, it's very doable, or at least my opinion. Here's a Roy McMillan. It's very affordable. You can definitely do it. It's not like the 1933 Gotti where each card is like $20 a pop. This one, you can find them in the $4 or $5 range. Again, it's going to be very rare that you come across them for $4 or $5, but it's possible that you do see them. Now, for the most part, in my collection of the 52 Topps, it seems like I've been finding them. This is funny, man. This guy reminds me of like a T-Rex for some reason, like a dinosaur. It's really funny. I trip out on that card. In my set, I think the average card cost on my 52 Topps set so far is like around the $7 range, which is okay. It's pretty fair. It's doable. First time around, man, now I was like in the $4 range. The first time I built it on YouTube. But this time around, it seems like I'm paying somewhere between 7 and 10. Compared to the first time, you know, I was like most likely in the $5 range for most of the cards. You know, even the star players were like $20. It seems like the star players now, they're like about, you know, 30, 40, 50, you know. The Bob Feller cost about $55. The first time I bought that one, it was like $30. So there's an increase on these cards for sure. You know, they haven't gone down. But I'll tell you this, during the card boom, it seemed like each one of these cards were selling for $15, $20, which is like crazy talk, you know? Crazy talk. But these are very affordable. It's nice that cards are coming back down in pricing, or at least a little bit, you know, for vintage. So it makes trying to build the 52 Topps set again very possible, because if I were to pay $20 for each one of these, I don't think I'd be set building this at all. So here's a Kazak, Eddie Kazak. Love this set. As you all know, this is my favorite set. Alex Kellner, right there. Dick Feller, pretty fun. Ray Coleman. Some of these cards I'm gonna upgrade later on in life. You know, like there's a major crease right here. But for the most part, these are kind of like very good plus. You know, no crease, a little off-centered. But if I come across something like this, which cost me $6.50, you know, combined shipping, obviously, I need this card, so I bought it. Later on, if I find that card again and a nicer grade, I can pick it up. So that's kind of how I do things with the set building. You know, I just buy the card because I need it, and then later on when I come across it again, you know, we'll combine shipping and I'll just pick it up. It's no big deal. Buying the card twice, which means the double that I have will go on my team binder. Again, no big deal because I'll use it, you know. So that's how I do things. I love collecting for that reason, or I collect differently than other people, I guess, for that reason. I just love baseball cards. There's not two vintage baseball cards that ever look the same, like this Al Rosen right here. Someone wrote Cleveland on his face, which is pretty cool. I paid $5 for it. Now, if you are not looking for an Al Rosen, let me tell you guys something. This is like a $10, $15 card. So seeing this one in a decent condition, just writing on his face for $5, I had to pick it up because a lot of auctions that I've seen for this card, they're like in the $15, $20 range for some reason. Not sure why, but I'll upgrade this card later on in life, no big deal. And a Jim Wilson, which is a semi-high number. And this one was kind of pricey, $14, but I actually got both of these together from one seller and I paid $20, you know, with free shipping. But I had that dollar, you know, of tax because California is stupid like that. So I actually paid $20 for both of these. Doesn't matter, I need them anyways. Okay, so the Star Players and Hall of Famers. Here we got the Enos Slaughter. That's pretty cool, guys. Pretty sweet. Paid $23 for Ruse for that. Alright, we got the Robin Roberts. This one looks really nice, guys. Damn. Sweet. Paid $40 for that. $59. I mean, $40, number 59. That's pretty cool. This was a buy it now. And then another buy it now. This is actually a recent pickup. Richie Ashburn. And for some reason, this card is very, very pricey. So when I saw a buy it now for $34, I just jumped on it because it's actually pretty nice. It's very bright. There's a crease here, yes, but for some reason, this card is like going in like in the $50, $60 range for some reason. I have no idea. But back in the day, this was a $15 card all day. This was a $15 card all day. And this was a $10 card all day. Not no more. Time has changed. Alright, guys, so to check out the Bob Feller. Now, what's crazy about this card, as you can see, there's a nice little crease. It's a 1.5. Now, this card ended on a day where there was another one that was ungraded. They literally ended like within hours of each other, okay? The other one seemed like it was in more bad shape than this one. However, this one looks pretty nice, right? Obviously, they got a grade of 1.5. The other one looked very similar to this one. But the other one sold for like $70, which is really crazy. So I'm assuming someone overpaid for that one because they might take it to go, they might send it to get grading. I'm assuming, you know, I'm just speculating there. Because it makes no sense why you would pay $70 for that one when this one was like in the $30 range at the time. And this one actually looked better than the other one. But there's some things in life that just don't make sense, especially in the hobby world. Now, would I pay for this? Oh, well, I forgot to put a sticker. Well, I'm not going to put a sticker on this one only because I'm actually going to cut this out, you know, out of its case. But if you want to know, I pay, I think, like $55 for that. I'll have to go back to my eBay and check it out because I recently just bought this. So I feel like this is a really good deal for what this was, or the condition. Exactly what I'm looking for. We'll break out of its case like we did with the 56 Mickey Mantle. And then, you know, we'll put this bad boy in the binder. But I'll do that live with you guys. Well, let me take these out. Let's put them in the binder. Alright guys, you guys ready to put these bad boys in the binder? And man, let me tell you guys something. I'm getting very excited with this. Check out my binder so far without those cards in there. Slowly coming along, guys. Slowly coming along. Almost every page has a card. In fact, I got several pages with several cards that are fully intact. Now, I do have one page that does not have any cards, and that's kind of a bummer considering, you know, I have about 225. But there is 10 straight numbers that I just haven't come across with. And that's pretty much the semi numbers. But that's okay. We're slowly building the set, and I'm always looking for cards in this set. So I'll eventually get there and at least pick up 1 or 2 cards, and we will have pretty much a card in every page. But until then, we do not. So let's start off with this little bad boy. All right, guys, you know, I just noticed something. I noticed that we actually have a card on every page now, okay? Well, minus this page, you know, 35, 6, 7. The Mickey Mouse will go to right here. But, again, we're not there yet. And it doesn't look that crazy because it's towards the end of the pages. Now, I did add a card on this page. This is the page I was talking about that I did not have a card in. So that works out great. Now, it looks like it's slowly coming along, just one card at a time. And check this out, guys. When you flip through these, I actually threw some cards in here and it filled up a whole page. So I got multiple pages that I was able to complete, you know, fully on this stack itself, which is really great because it just makes this set slowly come along, you know, together, just like put together, just one card at a time. But damn, like, look at that. I got so many cards. I'm over here trying to talk and flip pages and look through these and enjoy these at the same time. I'm kind of getting tongue-tied over here. You know, I apologize. But look at that. I got 6 pages straight of just cards on there. Sweet. And then we have one that's missing only one, and then back again, another full page. Wow, that's crazy, guys. Slowly coming along, just one card at a time. Wow, look at that. So that's awesome. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did, because yeah, I want to get some more of these. I'm going to continue looking for some more of these, and hopefully I could come across another little short stack and share that with you guys with another quick update. And hopefully I can finish this by the end of the year. Who knows? Yes, no, maybe so. Who knows? But that is my Topps update. See you guys all later. Toodles.